Hi, I'm Mr. Siegel from Northview High School. I teach Pre-AP English 1 Honors, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about the class. First off, you're going to be analyzing some very interesting text. If you look at the graphic, you might even recognize some of the text that we're going to be analyzing. In the first semester, we do fiction, poetry, and plays, and in semester 2, we change up to nonfiction and then longer works in Unit 4, novels. I'm going to teach you how to annotate, and this is a major college skill that you can use not only in your English classes, but in your science and history classes or any kind of class that has a text. I'm going to be teaching you how to save time in your annotating and to teach you exactly why you're annotating and how to use your annotating to help you get to your tasks quickly. Now, one of those tasks that you're going to get to quickly, hopefully, is paragraph writing or essay writing. The annotations and the writing go hand in hand. It's not always taught that way, but we'll look at it that way. We'll see how reading and writing go together. Now, in my class, I'll give you lots and lots of student and teacher examples, and there'll be lots of hints and tips as to what needs to go in the paragraph. By the time you're done with my class, you will know what needs to be in a paragraph. Now, I know some of you know the hamburger model, but we're going to go a little bit deeper than that. And the purpose of that is so that we can start to learn how to be artists with our writing, to know what we need and what we can leave out. For example, you don't always need a concluding sentence, but you may not know why right now you wouldn't need a concluding sentence. So we'll go into those type of issues in the class. Now, Unit 1 starts us off with telling details, and one of the examples, the assignments, our very first assignment, looks like this. It's not even using a text, it's using a picture, and we'll look at that picture and we'll try to become detectives to answer these questions. What details about this room and its contents reveal how this person works? What else might the details in the room reveal about the person who works here? So once again, this is one of our very first assignments that we do in the class. And as you look at the picture, you might notice some stuff. You might notice the dark colors, it's primarily purple, unusual artwork, candles, that's kind of weird. And you might notice it's not a table at the end of the sofa, but it's a guitar amp. And you might conclude that this person does something a bit artistic, and in fact they do. This person's room, this is Prince's room. From telling details after we've looked at pictures and we've looked at fiction, we move into Unit 2 with the poetry and the plays, and we'll start to look at the pivotal words and phrases that that are important in order to get information from a text. In this poem here that I'm showing you, Heart to Heart by Rita Dove, the word heart never even appears in the poem. And yet, by looking for the pivotal words and phrases, we discover that there's actually 6 different aspects of the heart that she goes into. And so we'll be looking at these pivotal words and phrases. Now, this is a great tool to use to have in your disposal because all texts have pivotal words and phrases in them, no matter whether they're fiction, plays, or poetry, or whether they're historical sources or even scientific sources. Okay, we always want to be able to identify the key ideas. Unit 3, we're going to talk about compelling arguments and how to make them. We're going to be reading compelling arguments as well. And we're going to learn how a text is structured, and we're going to apply what we've learned from details and pivotal words and phrases to find the best evidence or to identify the best evidence that an author is using. We're going to learn how to use charts and graphs to support our arguments with statistics. And we're going to use those annotating and writing skills to talk about another author's argument. Now, this is a major college skill. You're always going to be writing about other people's arguments, whether it's in English or whether it's in another subject. Excuse me. But my class is actually preparing you for the future, and that's the most important reason why you should take it. The honors track at Northview looks like this. As a freshman, you take Pre-AP English 1 Honors, And then sophomore, you take English 2 honors. As a junior, you'll take AP English Language, where you're mostly focusing on nonfiction texts. And then finally, as a senior, you take AP English Literature, where you focus on fiction, plays, and poetry. Now, when you've taken the honors track at Northview, you are not just prepared for college, but you are prepared to be very successful in college. And then when you go to college, then if you work hard there as well, you can do whatever you want in the world. English is something you're going to use in any field once you're out of college. So, for instance, if you're going to go into geology um, as a career using a science degree, you're still going to be reading reports and writing reports and making recommendations, that is, making arguments. So the things that we're learning here in freshman English are things that you're going to be using the rest of your life. And so it seems very important to me that you should take the honors. Take the best English class that you possibly can. And so I hope that next year I see you in my class. Thank you.